Ethan had always believed that ghost stories were nothing more than old legends meant to scare children. That belief changed the night he moved into a forgotten house on the outskirts of Blackwood. The house was surprisingly cheap. The landlord seemed eager to hand over the keys without asking many questions. As Ethan unpacked his belongings, he noticed something strange. Every neighbor who passed by looked at the house with fear. None of them smiled. None of them even waved. Just before sunset, an elderly woman slowly approached the front gate. "You must be the new owner," she said with trembling hands. Ethan smiled. "Yes, it's a beautiful old house." The woman looked toward the dark hallway inside. "Whatever happens," she whispered, "never open the hallway door after midnight." Before Ethan could ask another question, she hurried away. That night, heavy rain pounded against the windows. The wind howled through the trees like distant screams. Ethan laughed at the old woman's warning and continued reading a book. When the clock struck 12 a.m., everything became silent. No wind, no rain, no sound at all. Then, tap, tap, tap. Slow footsteps echoed from the hallway outside his bedroom. Ethan held his breath. The footsteps stopped. A soft whisper drifted through the darkness. "Don't look." His heart raced, but curiosity was stronger than fear. He slowly opened his bedroom door. At the end of the hallway stood a tall figure dressed in complete darkness. It had no face. Only two glowing white eyes stared directly at him. Ethan blinked. The figure vanished. The next morning, he convinced himself it had all been a nightmare. But when he walked into the hallway, muddy footprints covered the wooden floor. They led directly to the basement. The basement door was locked with an old, rusted chain. After struggling for several minutes, Ethan broke it open. The air inside was freezing. Dust floated through the darkness. In one corner sat an old wooden table. On it rested a worn leather diary. Its first page read, "If you hear the whispers, leave before midnight. If you see the shadow, it's already too late." The diary described families disappearing one after another over the last 50 years. None of them were ever found. As Ethan turned the final page, he discovered a rough map showing a hidden room behind the basement wall. Using an old hammer, he broke through the cracked bricks. Behind them was a tiny room filled with burned candles, broken dolls, and strange symbols painted across the walls. In the center stood a cracked mirror. As Ethan looked into it, his blood ran cold. Behind him, the shadow was standing only a few feet away. He spun around. Nothing. The room was empty. Suddenly, the whisper returned. "Run." Darkness swallowed the room. Heavy footsteps rushed toward him. Ethan ran. He climbed the basement stairs and slammed the door shut behind him. The footsteps continued. Slow, steady, closer. He raced toward the front door. It was locked. He unlocked it, pulled it open. Instead of the street, there was another hallway. He turned and ran to the kitchen. Another hallway. He opened every window, every room, every door. Each one led back to the same endless hallway. The whispers became louder. "You belong here." The shadow appeared at the far end. This time, it didn't disappear. It slowly walked toward Ethan. With every step, the lights flickered. The walls seemed to breathe. The diary's final sentence echoed in Ethan's mind. "The house doesn't kill you, it keeps you." The shadow stopped only inches away. Its glowing eyes stared into Ethan's soul. Then everything went black. The next morning, police officers entered the house after neighbors reported Hia. The front door was wide open. The house was completely empty. There was no sign of Ethan, no blood, no footprints, nothing. Weeks later, a young family bought the old house. As they unpacked their belongings, their little daughter wandered into the hallway. She looked into the darkness and smiled. "Mom," she called softly, "someone is standing over there." At exactly midnight, slow footsteps echoed through the house once again. A whisper floated through the darkness. "Welcome home."